Dear daughter, first off, I am sure your name is completely awesome and has some kind of cool background story containing mythology in it. If not, I guess I changed my mind. Hi, sweetie. Right now, I'm 22 years old, almost 23 in a month and a half. I'm 1.69 meters tall, approximately 75 kilograms, cup size C, but sometimes D, shoe size 10. Right at the moment I started this, I was at work at your grandpa's law office. I was wearing dark gray office pants, a black blouse, black open shoes, and my hair hadn't been brushed for 3 days. But no one really knows because it's trolled up on the back of my head anyway. I don't know what I'll tell you when you're older. I don't know how much you know me about, right now, but I'd like to think that you'll know me pretty well by the time you read this, whenever that may be. However, I might forget the way I used to think when I'm older, and the things I used to think were important, so I'll just spell it out for you in case I haven't already. Let's start with yourself. You are by far the most important person to yourself. You cannot make someone else happy if you're not happy yourself. You can, however, make someone else miserable, even though you're not miserable yourself, but that's a different issue. Anyway, my point is that you, the way you are, the way you look and feel, the way you talk and laugh, the way you glare at people, you are first and foremost completely and utterly unique. If you are my daughter by blood, you'll do certain things in certain ways that I also do, because you have my genes and because nature is a very strong force. If you are my daughter by choice, you'll still do certain things in certain ways that I do them, because you've seen me do them that way over and over again, and because nurture and repetition will eventually ingrain into your lovely little brain, even though they might not win out on nature. Speaking of, your family, be they blood or no blood, they are your main safety net. Whether it's a tough decision you have to make and want someone's opinion about, or a shoulder you need to cry on, that is what your family is for. And sure, you might hate me from time to time, though, we'll get to that hating later. But I'll always be here, for as long as I can, no matter what happens. Your second family is the one you can choose yourself, because those will be your friends. Along with your genes and the nurture part of your other family, these will be the people who will shape you into the person you become. Therefore, choose wisely. There are a lot of types of friends, and I've had quite a few of them, so I know. They will most likely be your age, a little younger, a little older. They will think somewhat similar to the way you do, and do similar things, want similar things. And the real friends, those best friends, the ones that do indeed leave their handprints in your heart, the ones that aren't fazed by things you do and say, but will most likely tell you that they knew all along, the ones you can be mad at for a whole 3 seconds, but never more. The ones that may one day live far, far away, get a whole new life, but will never seem to have changed once you meet them after a long period of time. The ones that you will do anything for. Those friends are the ones you will love most and longest. And despite everything, may that be time, marriage, moving to a different country, or change in general, they will always be the great loves of your life. Cherish them. Be there for them. You may be able to walk and confront this big bad world on your own, but it's a lot more fun when you've got friends walking by your side. Then there's also that other type of love, Right now, I am by far the worst person to talk to when it comes to that other type of love. In other words, the love that's not, friends or family. Because I'm an expert on the friends love, but the whole boyfriend-girlfriend thing, dude. Yes, your mom used to say, dude. I mean, sure, I'm a logical person, and I can give rational, logical, and sane relationship advice to friends on whether or not they should do something, if advice is requested, or sometimes not, but in the end, it's just advice, and they will make their own decisions about the other person themselves. Of course, these are my friends I'm talking about. Your boyfriend or girlfriend is going to be a whole different dimension. 1. No sex before you're 21. 2. Don't even think about sneaking off with him or her because I will hunt you down and smack your butt. And 3. I don't care what he or she says. I'm not the thing keeping you two apart. I'm kidding. Sort of. Mostly. You will have had the sex talk already, probably multiple times. Like 3 digits, multiple times. You know, I have that from my mother. You might have actually had the sex talk from her too. Sex isn't a dirty thing, unless you're doing it in the mud, but in the same way that you will put on a coat when it's raining outside because you don't want to get a cold, use a condom when you're with a boy. You know, there are a lot of really icky diseases out there that are better left somewhere other than your precious body. Now, you're eventually going to have to deal with religion in your life. I will probably be fine with whatever religion you choose to be part of in your life, but not before you're 18 years old and have seen more of the world than the place you live in. Religion is an incredibly strong, powerful, and influential way of thinking. I want to see you on your own 2 feet first, before I let someone else tell you how to live your life. Just because a lot of people think something is true doesn't make it true. It doesn't make it right either. I want you to look at religion with a critical eye, and I want you to look at life without someone else's words echoing in the back of your head. You are your own person. Live and let live. And unless they do something that directly harms you and the ones you love, let people do what people want to do and let them do it in peace. Judging someone else because of their religion doesn't make you a saint either. Now that we've sort of covered some of the basics, I'll tell you a little more about me, specifically of me when I was younger. I used to want to be a ballerina, a ballet teacher, a pilot, a chef, Russian, a marine biologist. Before I finished high school, I had the next 10 years of my life planned out. I was going to study law for just 1 year, get that degree, then study biology, specifically those areas with regard to gene modification, and then I would go to Russia and do illegal experiments on babies. Lara and I learned the Russian script, and we would write notes to each other in Dutch or English, but written in the Russian script. So technically you can say that, it was our secret language because no one else could read it but us. Anyway, I loved school, especially high school, because you had all the knowledge without the responsibility. Your cute little empty brain just gets filled up with awesome trivia and scintillating bits of ancient history and 49 digits of pi, whatever. Studying isn't that hard, and making friends isn't that hard, and if you, keep the drama on the low and the grades up, you'll be fine. So then after high school, I started on my plan. I did law first year, and I worked at your grandpa's law office. And I also made a deal with your grandpa. I would do law, but only if I could get off the island for as long as possible in the summers. So I did. I went to Beijing, China, for 3.5 months in 2006, where I studied Mandarin in an American program and traveled around China with some 50 other kids. Then I went to Guangzhou, China for 2 weeks and Taiwan for 3 months in 2007, where I studied Mandarin again, this time on my own, not in an organized program. I went to London in 2008, where I did a legal English course. I went to Hong Kong and Taiwan in 2009 with your grandpa for a lawyers' convention. And a few weeks later, I went to Holland to be at your Auntie Dominique's 7-minute wedding. I went to New York City in 2010, where I did pretty much all the touristy stuff you could possibly think of. So basically, I can't say I've had it bad, because, I really haven't. On all these travels, I met the most interesting and fun people I hope I'm still friends with nowadays. I've also encountered different cultures and languages and ways of thinking and living. I've fallen in love with countries and places and people. And I've been heartbroken because I had to leave to go back home and couldn't take them with me. But I'll go back to those places I love, to see the people I love one day. Maybe I'll bring you with me. See, I hope for so many things to happen and to be. For you, I'll probably be the most hopeful person ever. I mean, I don't want you to be a miniature copy of me, but I hope you'll enjoy things that I enjoy so that I can share them with you. I hope you'll like music, all types of music. I hope you can feel what people felt when they thought up that song, be it the lyrics or music itself. I hope you like dancing. If there's anything more expressive than music, it's dance. I hope you like books and reading and getting lost in a different world for hours at a time. I hope you like nature. The basic of everything in this world can be found in nature. You must respect it, love it, but also be cautious of it, never forcing it. There are few things as powerful as the force of nature. Don't forget that. I hope you like sunsets. Sunrises not so much because I'm not a morning person, and they are usually way too early in the morning for a regular person like me to be up and awake to actually see it. I hope you'll like science, understanding how a plant turns water and carbon dioxide into oxygen, how electricity works, how a turtle can sleep underwater even though it's a reptile that needs to breathe above the water, why silver doesn't react with almost any other substance, and how food gets turned into energy. I hope you like random trivia. For your information, the moon is 27% the size of the Earth. I hope you'll like food. Food is so essential to life that not liking it would pretty much be a sin. Hey, kitty cat. I hope you like stars. You are but a small, small human being in a universe bigger than anyone has ever seen. Being humble about that isn't always a bad thing. I hope you like kicking ass, because you will most definitely be taught how to from a very young age. I hope you like animals, because you'll have quite a few of them, I promise, unless you're allergic. I hope you'll like different languages, even though you cannot speak them yet. I hope you won't get annoyed at fickle things, and I hope you won't stay angry for long. I hope you'll like life as much as I do, and I hope you make the best of it, and be truly happy doing what you do, being what you are, and loving what you love. I'll one day die, and the day will come when my mother dies, and my father, and if you're already around when that day comes, I hope you have loved them as much as I do. I don't know what will happen in the next 30 years of my life, but I know I'll be broken the day my parents die. I can't imagine a life without them there, without them to talk to and to support my decisions. And I know I'll eventually learn to live with them because, you know, unless vampires are real and I can find one to turn my parents, that will be the circle of life. And the day will come when I will be gone too. Mind you, not anytime soon, because planning on living a very, very long and full life, so you better get used to me being here. But I will die. And unless there is such a thing as an afterlife, you won't see me again till you're done living your own very, very long and full life. But even though I might not physically be there anymore, I'll always be there in your heart and in your head. For you are my daughter. And even though I don't know you yet, you'll probably be the best, worst, scariest, and most loving thing that ever happened to me. Love always, your mom.